Here we are again with the conclusion of my series on canvas. Conclusion, unless I manage to think of something else to add later. Maybe I'll just put it in the comments. So, if you remember from last time, I was using, sort of carefully avoiding using numbers, or at least any sort of arithmetic, to determine the width of the front apron. Because again, I always do the front apron after I've done the pleats. So 38 waist, so set that spot, marked the canvas, folded the canvas back relative to the lines on the quilting mat, and then juggled with a bit of effort. And it's just as well that it happened that I showed my feet of clay on video, because sometimes it happens perfectly without thinking, but because I'm doing it intuitively and then describing it, of course, I tripped a couple of times, didn't I? So, but juggling around until we get the apron centered, properly centered on the canvas, as we see. So, like so, and then so the next stage, I'd sewn this seam, I'd basted it along the top here to capture it, as you can see, so that it doesn't hang down, and then basted all of that down, because again, I do all of my shaping is 90% of my shaping is in the pleats. Comparatively little shaping in the apron, because at least, if you try to do a really dramatic A-line, you have to do some sort of origami inside, and I've never been good at it. And I can always feel the lump of clever contortions with the cloth. And once I feel it, my hand just keeps going back to it. So I don't do that. So, having folded that canvas back, lined up the proper width of the kilt, the proper width of the apron relative to the line there, then I sew the canvas down, and as you see, herringbone stitches back and forth. Then, having done that, I sew the strap in place. And again, the advantage of that second layer of canvas is it distributes the tension more across a wider area than if it's a single piece of canvas. We've got one layer of canvas, three layers of tartan, and it's gonna pull a little bit. Now we've got 2 layers of canvas, 3 layers of tartan, and it's much more stable. So there it is. And the next stage shall be pin it in place, shape it as I've shown in the other video, and then sew, and then carry on from there. So thank you. Cheers, bye.